A few days ago, we posted this video showing the absurd new world record on Deep Dip, where Dubsonian took the record from 1257 all the way down to 725, shaving off 5 minutes by flying with the reactor booster from floor 3 all the way up to floor 14, and afterwards clutching the run. I said this record might be unbeatable because I thought, who would be crazy enough to hunt it? But the Trackmania community never disappoints when it comes to going absolutely crazy over a big shortcut, and we have seen some massive developments in the last couple of days. The reactor booster community took a liking to the map and are actively training a practice map. They found out a way to fly even further, and thus the records can go even faster. 2 days ago, Dubsonian improved this world record down to a 506, and just today, the tower got hit for a second time with a 438 by Susano. Under 5 minutes on Deep Dip. It sounds preposterous. I'm sure the replay is preposterous. We're gonna take a look at both those records and also show you guys what might be the ultimate standard for Deep Dip. If someone is able to do it, crazy stuff happening on the map, let's get into it. Alright, we've loaded up onto the map. You can see the tower and the leaderboard. These two things do not seem to go together. How can you climb this entire thing in under 5 minutes? It's absurd that it's possible, but we're going to be in for a treat here, watching the two runs. Here we go. The thing about hunting this map is that you have to drive up to the reactor booster. That takes already, driving well, a little over 3 minutes. And so you should make sure that every single attempt gets up to the reactor booster. There are a lot of skips and tricks you can do to get to that shortcut a little faster, but you don't want to waste any attempt, you know? If you fail attempt in the beginning here, you might just waste a lot of real life time. The skip they're doing is maybe a 1 in 100, maybe a 1 in several hundred odds of getting, and so we are already seeing that Dubsonian and Sano are setting up here. They're doing a 180 for this jump, and it is possible directly. See Dubsonian bug sliding and Sano not. It's about the same. Sano with more exit speed. Onto the plastic. Ooh, almost slipping. Very close. And like that would be, you know, 1 minute of attempts wasted. I don't know how consistent they are in practice on this skip, but I'll show you guys when we get to the flight. But the main change that people have been experimenting with, when the car starts tilting upwards, if you press brake early, you can accelerate with a lot more speed. Maybe we will see a time where, you know, the deciding factor is not the flight because everyone is doing the same exact shortcut, but it's rather in the start here where you're gaining those extra few seconds. Already though, we've reached a standard where it's pretty clean. I mean, small mistake here for Sano. It is still beatable, but you are going to have to add more and more risks as the record drops. These two runs, I should remind you guys, also beats the segmented run that was done by Schmaniel and Roger. They did a 706, I believe. This also beats the tool-assisted run from a couple of years ago. Like, the records are entering unfathomable territory, and it's all because of this one skip that we're about to get to. Looking at the splits, Dubsonian had about a 330 at the top of this block in his 725, his first massive skip run, so these are a bit slower. Like, Sano's run here is around 6 seconds slower, whereas Dubsonian's 5 minute run is about on pace with his old one. Quickly setting up here, and then we're going for the flight. Alright, who do we check out first? I think we should check out Dubsonian's flight and then follow Sano. They had about the same climb, but let's do this one at a time here. So the reactor booster is like this. It's not flat, it's a straight line, and it's in the middle of the block. That's what they're aiming for. And they're trying to hit it with the left front tire. Then you have to instantly accelerate. He's taking a long time with the setup. Instantly accelerate after it activates, and try to add a brake tap to make the car pitch more backwards at the right time. Now, about. That's the brake tap. He's soaring. How far does he go? How far up does he go? He's past 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 where he landed last time. And he's all the way up at the top of the tower. In a turtle. And if you look at the timer at this point, Sano has already beaten the map. At this point, Sano's car is already in the finish, so whatever Sano had, it must have been even more insane than this. But now one turnaround and the jump to the finish. And I know Dubsonian streamed this, so let's take a look at his reaction as well.
No way, guys. No way. No fucking way. No way. No shit. Holy fuck. Wait, no way. Holy shit.
Really impressive there by Dobsonian. Congrats on the record. It would stand for 2 days. But here we are with Sono where we left off. He's driving onto this rail about 5 to 6 seconds behind Dobsonian, but he seemed to be able to gain a lot of time with a quicker setup here. It's important that that left front tire hits the very middle of the wood block. And then if you look at the inputs, we have the inputs here. You'll see the same brake tap, but maybe he can fly closer to the finish or land in a better spot. He's going already. This is about 15 seconds before Dobsonian went. Brake tap right about now. Tilt the car backwards. It's getting so much height and so much speed. And it's up towards the middle of the road. This might instantly flip onto tires with the ramp. And is he just going? No setup. He's just going. Wide line might get enough speed. Oh no, he's taking the rail. Smart. Not risking the jump there. You can drive across this rail, get enough speed, and maybe he can already go? No, he needs one more. He needs one more. Doesn't want to chance it here. The world record is his with that jump to the finish. 4:38. Insane stuff. Yeah, it's hard to really appreciate how insane the skip is until you see their name tags as they go. You can see Sono now going for the shortcut. The camera is otherwise pointed away from the tower, but just look at this. What are we doing? Like, seriously? What has happened to this map, bro? That's the entire tower. You have some video games where you have like credit warps and things like this. Massive skips that just, you know, get past the entire game. This feels very similar, but in Trackmania standards. And let me tell you guys, there's still room for improvement. I mentioned in the intro that the Reactor Booster community have been playing the map. They made a map where you spawn the car on the railing and you can experiment and try to find different flight angles and inputs and whatnot. And on this map, there is an 18-second time by Piasek. Now what this is the same setup. He's jumping, hitting the left front tire, flying, but instead of trying to land back on the tower, he's flying out to the side of it. You can see the pillar, and that is because with enough speed and just the right angle, you can directly finish deep dip. From floor 3, not ever touching another block, straight to the finish. And what this would let you do is beat the map in under 4 minutes. With a good start, good setup, you could be at this point in 4 minutes. It's insane to think about. The problem with doing this though is that it's completely blind. You sort of have to just estimate as good as you can, but with a regular camera perspective, you can't see anything. And if you see it from this point of view, you see how completely crazy it is to aim all the way up there and get to the finish angle. This is the final frontier though. This is like the dream. I really hope to see someone hit this because the inputs are not that complex. It's really all about getting the right setup here on the block. If you do have this, you have a realistic chance at flying towards the finish in this way. Now, I'm gonna say it, I don't think the current record is unbeatable. I don't want to eat my words. We have Nebula to thank for this new setup that they're doing, where they get over 900 speed. You can see the speed number in the middle. He is tapping brake early, getting up to like 900-ish speed, and trying to fly directly to the finish. And here in practice, he got so close. It appears right here. He's also hunting the full map and had a very close attempt just the other day. Let me see if we can find it, where he hits his setup, adds the brake tap, small release, aims with cam 3, which is kind of like 920 speed. So close. Lands on the block, there's plastic stopping him. He tries to drive, cam 3, can't see anything, and falls off. This would have beaten Dobsonian. So, believe me guys, we are far from done with the hunt. Honestly, I kind of want to join in. I kind of want to join the fun. To end off this video, I'm going to see just how long it takes me to get one good flight the same they have. on the practice map. Let me know, guys, if you want to see me hunt this. I'm coming back to streaming tomorrow. That's going to be my first day of streaming again in the new place. Hope you guys are excited. Maybe we'll play some deep dip and try this reactor skip. It's absolute lunacy to see this, but maybe it's not that hard. So yeah, I'm gonna hump on the map and see how long it takes me to get a proper flight. Let's go. So they just hit here, and yeah, I can see now why the setup is important already after 2 attempts. You really wanted to do something predictable. Okay, so that's a line. But then, yeah, you have to fly. With all the speed preserved, come back through. The reactor booster only lasts for 7 seconds. And each one of these failed attempts would be 3 minutes, right? If you're actually grinding this. Each one is 3 minutes. Wait. No. Okay, guys, that is a pretty damn good attempt. Wow. So it took me like 1 hour, 14 minutes to get this close, but it's getting me inspired, you know? Like, it took me so long to learn the setup, but I might actually want to hunt this. I haven't quite decided yet. It's always so tempting when you see something like this to go, oh, I bet I could do that. But genuinely, though. All right, guys, here is my best attempt after 1 hour. Seeing it again. Yeah, I figured out you have to hit with the left front tire slightly diagonally, it's good, and then a big brake tap here to tilt the car backwards early, and then hope to get 900 speed and the car pitching slowly inwards. I think, honestly, we're gonna see the record flying to the top of the tower perfected many times before we see anyone jumping this direction towards the finish, but PSEC seems to have this on lock, Nebula as well. And if I can do it after 1 hour, at least on the practice map, 1 hour, you know, that might equate 20, 30 hours on the real map. I think people are going to be able to do this, but we will see. Let me know if you guys want to see some attempts of this on stream. I'll be returning to streaming pretty soon. So that can be fun. But for now, this is the Deep Dip update, the daily news. We might have a new record in a couple of days. I'll cover that too. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching this one. Subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, all. Bye-bye, friends.